Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
But tell me, Eddie, is that a rabbit in your pocket or you're just happy to see me?
Hello, everyone. Welcome. We are in costume. We're going on camera shortly, but it's going to be like a reveal. So I know Gravy's been trying his damnedest to guess what costume I'm wearing, and I told him, well, this is a polite way of me telling him he was like way off fucking base. I said, like, you should have accidentally guessed right by now. But no.
Did he?
So yeah. No, he didn't.
Oh.
That's why I said he should have accidentally guessed right by now. But anyway, yes, I am in costume. I'll be going on camera. I told Steph backstage, I have about maybe 5 articles open. There really wasn't much to talk about. I did not see Venom 3. I had no desire to see Venom 3. But it is poised, even just in its opening weekend. Now, I did not beat Joker 2 yet in terms of box office, but it is poised to pass Joker's 2's total box office earnings. And Joker 2 is also being pulled from theaters after only about a few weeks. So it's being pulled from theaters after only a few weeks and going to streaming. We have the Shazam actor once again. Now, you posted the video of this stuff, I know, on X, where Zachary Levi is encouraging actors to basically, like, forget what Hollywood's going to think of you. Basically, support. If you want to support Donald Trump, do so. Basically, who gives a fuck what Hollywood's going to the elites in Hollywood are going to think of you? Basically, he was nicer about it, obviously, but that's the gist. And you also have, for those who watch wrestling, Undertaker and Kane doing a video with Donald Trump, throwing their support behind him, as well as basically taking a jab at Dave Bautista. So, and I have an article about one of Steph's favorite shows, Agatha All Along, that apparently, according to Nielsen ratings, posted worse numbers than The Acolyte.
Because nobody's watching it.
So, basically, Disparu is holding that fort down for Agatha All Along in terms of numbers and watch hours. He's holding that fort down. So, we have Disparu basically to thank. But anyway, I'm gonna say hello to the chat first. Oh, and by the way, normally, we started out with basically $50 super chats, and we take shots or whatever. $20 super chats. I have a White Claw hard seltzer I've been saving since hanging out with family. I have no idea what it tastes like. It's blackberry flavor. And my intense root beer. So $20 super chats, we take shots. Also, at the end of the week, I have a hair appointment where I'm basically Goth Mara is returning. So whatever I earn on Kick between now and the end of the month will basically go towards, was either blackberry or another flavor that sounded disgusting. Trey. So, but anyway, Goth Mara is returning. Whatever I earn on Kick between now and the end of October is basically going to go towards my hair appointment. So I'm going to say hello to the chat first, and then I'm going to go on camera. But let's get some guesses in the chat. What do you think our costumes are? Before we talk about some pop culture topics, as well as, I don't know, maybe do some Halloween quizzes or something. It's basically shoot the shit, ladies and gentlemen. Pre-Halloween, we're not going to go too far into cringe necessarily. We just want to hang out and have some fun with you guys. Trey's from the top says, I'm ready for the cringe. Happy pre-Halloween. Happy pre-Halloween, everyone. Good to see you all. This Halloween is this Thursday. I'll be streaming tonight through Wednesday, because Thursday I'm planning on going trick-or-treating with my niece.
Aww.
So yeah, I don't know what, is she going to be Elsa again? I don't know, but she's into a bunch of stuff now, so I have no idea what she's going to be dressed as. Conroy, hello. Retro Collective, aka Gaming or What? Good to see you.
Gaming.
Raylan Maz's mom, Till She Loves Me, featuring Last Toxic Male. Hashtag Queensland Orgasm. What's up, Last Toxic Male? Good to see you. Phil TMNT. Good to see you. Cappy Nova. Hello. Tazran. Hello. Gravy D with member message comes in and just says, boo. Thank you so much, Gravy. Good to see you. Tris. My fellow Rhea Ripley fan. Yes, Mara Ripley. Well, dark hair will be returning at the end of this week, as well as I have my mommy's always on top tank top that I'll be wearing when that happens. Tris knows what I'm talking about.
What?
Hello? Yeah, that's Rhea Ripley. Wrestling is called Mommy.
Does the chat call you mommy?
Well, they call me Mara Ripley, so but I think now probably they will start doing so once I go back to darker hair. So yes, I dual stream on Kick and Twitch. Right now I'm doing a replay through of Resident Evil 8. I finished Resident Evil 7. I'm getting through Resident Evil 8 a bit quicker than I anticipated also. Because I beat the first 2 bosses already, and I'm on to the 3rd one. So that's going to be interesting once I, stream tomorrow. Gigawatts, hello. Yes, we were a little bit late, but worth the wait. I will say that, worth the wait. Mike Hill, good to see you. If I missed anyone, I do apologize. I'm trying to go through the chat. Fuck Norris, what's up, what's up? Yes, this is Steph's channel. Subscribe there. Hello. Yeah, Orange Hat's crossing the streams. He's streaming as well. He came by to show support. Thank you so much, Orange Hat. Mikey Sues 4, good to see you. Soul Assassin, hello. JM, good to see you. Gask Mask Sniper, hello. Psychotic Mongoose, good to see you all. Let's see. No, not Guy Ladriel. God damn it. No. No, Gravy, you did not get it. Ms. Martin uses one of my fellow cohorts in crime for D&D. We took a break today because it's pre-Halloween, and we'll be picking it back up next week. Let's see. Phil, hello. Mara cosplaying as my girlfriend for Halloween or all year. Thank you for the $2 super chats, Phil. But welcome everyone. Yeah, Batista and Jim Cornette punching the air. Yeah. That show apparently is still on. It's close to the end, I guess. I'm not sure. Grim Adam, hello. Mad Master Porky, yes, Disparu is Agatha's #1 fan. He's making sure that they get those hours. The few that they get, he's making sure they get those hours.
And it's funny because he's actually not. He downloads them. So he's not contributing to any hours.
No, we gotta maintain the narrative that he's their #1 fan. He is the one holding down that fort. Let's see. No, not Revy and Tifa. Although I do have a Revy cosplay. I'm not dressed as Revy. No, not Guy Ladriel. No, Steph is wicked. She would be more accurate than what we're getting.
I'm not gonna lie, I actually thought about it, but I was like, no, I don't want to.
April O'Neil, no, but that would be a cosplay I'd like to do in the future. Laura Croft is another one I'd like to do in the future. Making sure I don't miss anyone. The raptor from Jurassic Park. Easy breezy, beautiful, clever girl. No, but that would be interesting. Let's see. I call her Danny. God. All right. It's like you mustn't tell lies, Steph. Xena. All right. But here it is. I figured Blake should be in the chat because he's the one I tell he has to pick the cosplay for me to physically assault him in on live stream when I ever do get to Australia. But I'm going to go on camera, show you all my costume, and then we'll get this show on the fucking road. How about that, chat? Huh? Ready? I'm going on camera. 3, 2, 1. Hello. Can you guess?
Bro, Mara went hard with it.
Lilo Dallas Multipass. I went Fifth Element, chat, and I had to do the bandage outfit. Yes.
You gonna stand up?
All right, I'll stand up. But like I said, you want us buzzed, $20 super chats. All right? Maybe I'll stand up more. How about that? See, it's actual bandage outfit. So that's my costume. I am Lilo Dallas Multipass. Lilo. I saw that on funcostumes.com, and I'm like, I'm gonna wear that this year.
Okay, look. Mara went sexy with it. I didn't.
But she's cute. All right, so be nice, chat.
Leave me alone. I'm
Yeah,
adorable.
she's look at that.
I'm a panda.
Big bada boom. What gave
Mara
me the
went cute.
idea?
So
I saw it. Basically, I was going through movie costumes on funcostumes.com, and I was like, and they had it, so I was like, I have to pick that one. See, she's cute. See, she's like, I'll come up with something. There it is.
I was like, sexy. Oh. Uh-oh.
No, it's fine. Like I was telling, she knows the video I'm talking about.
I know. Okay, like there's a video of two best friends on Instagram, and the one that's like dressed super sexy is laughing at the one that isn't, and they wanted to go dress up as cows for Halloween, and one went as a sexy cow, and the other one went as like one of those blow up cows. And she's like, the sexy cow is laughing at the blow up cow, and Mara is the sexy cow. And I was just like,
where you seen that video?
All upset. The one that's dressed up as like a blow up cow is like, you didn't tell me we were supposed to be sexy cows. You just said a cow.
Cow. So she's like doing this. She's like throwing up her hand, like kind of throwing up her hand a little bit, and this like big inflatable.
This is hot. I'm so hot in this.
So, thank you, Last Toxic Male. I take that as a high compliment because like he's all about Maz's mom. But anyway, like I said, I have a few articles to cover tonight. It's because it's really not much has really happened in terms of pop culture news, in like at least in entertainment. And I figured we'd have some possibly have some fun Halloween stuff. Shoot the shit with you guys. Whatever you talk about in the chat, we'll talk about with you guys pretty much because it's pre-Halloween. I don't want to get into a lot of cringe necessarily because, well, I don't want to have a headache before Halloween. So let's. You know what? We'll get the Zachary Levi stuff. We'll talk about that. And the hey, look, I'm a military vet. I know it's dangerous. I know it's a dangerous offer, but I leave it up to the chat. So yeah. So, because Jake wants this Lilo Dallas Multipass. So, oh yeah, it's Talk Nerdy tonight. So no worries about being late. Anyway, so let's just because Zachary Levi, we really don't know specifically necessarily his politics, what he's registered as, but he's not been afraid, especially recently, to throw his support behind Donald Trump. He was originally supporting Robert Kennedy Jr.
RFK,
yeah, RFK. But when RFK dropped out of the race. So apparently he was always conservative. Yeah, I'm saying but again, when I say that we don't really know what he's registered as, I'm not saying that as a negative. I don't care what stars are registered as necessarily. I would just you know what, do your job and entertain. Zachary Levi, and up until now, has basically done that. Just done his job and entertained. Now, whether or not we like the movies is entirely subjective. pretty much, because he was in the first Shazam, he was in Shazam 2, which is basically a major step down from the first one, and so forth. And he's just done his job. But now he's had the guts to come out and throw his support behind Donald Trump, and that basically, it's kind of like a dog whistle for leftists, pretty much. Thank you, Gravy D, for the $20 super chat. And you know what? I'll try this White Claw. I have no idea what it's going to taste like. We're not guessing correct. Yeah, it looks. Thank you. So I am Lilo Dallas. Or Lilo. Called herself
Lilu. I thought it was Lilu.
No, Lilo. Lilo. Or Lilu. Yes. Say Lilu.
Lilu.
Yeah.
I keep saying it wrong and it's pissing me off.
All right. This is. Hold on.
I'm
okay.
sleepy. What?
Anyway, Blake finally shows up. Hello.
So.
I am Lilu. See.
Lilu Dallas Multipass.
Yes. So Blake, I can wear this when I physically assault you if I ever get to Australia. And thank you for gifting a membership, Psychotic Mongoose, and it goes to Gnomeski. Thank you so much. So
I will say this about Zachary Levi.
Mm-hmm.
Celebrity endorsements, like, really, they mean nothing to me.
Mm-hmm.
If he endorsed RFK, I don't care. If he's endorsing Donald Trump, okay, good for him. But as an American, he should be able to endorse whoever he wants and not have it backfire on him, and his career. And nowadays it backfires on you, and it is like that in Hollywood. You'll have the wenches over at The View talk shit on you, and Hollywood will be very unfair to you if you have the wrong politics. So you should, like, him endorsing Donald Trump, that's fine, good for him. You're allowed to do that as an American, but it means nothing to me. What does is the way he's treated afterwards, the
basically the hypocrisy.
Yeah, it's the hypocrisy in Hollywood. That's what bothers me. And huge example of that is Gina Carano and her firing. So I mean, that's what bothers me with the whole Zachary Levi situation, because he's if you follow him, for a while, that, like, this wasn't like an overnight thing. He's been sort of leaning this way for a really, really long time. So I don't know if that's why his career is kind of like slowed down.
It could possibly be a reason, maybe not the reason, but a reason. Like I said, it's the hypocrisy of Hollywood, essentially. And, like, if you at all dare to not goose step to the approved, like, leftist politics that have kind of permeated Hollywood, like, it hasn't, like, taken over Hollywood, because from what I can tell, there are conservatives in Hollywood. They're just afraid to say anything because they're worried about losing their careers.
Yeah, and, like, you saw, like, the whole, I think it was what is his name, Chris Pratt, who didn't go to some dinner that a bunch of, like, the Avengers cast went to, and they started, like, digging things up and saying that he was a conservative and blah, blah, blah. Well, like, he has a really good publicist, because, like, his publicist went on The Attack and, really helped sort of maintain that backfire for that, because they started digging into his past and everything after that. But, maybe Zachary Levi just doesn't have, like, the best publicist who's not helping, or whatever. But, like, celebrity endorsements don't really mean shit to me, but it's the hypocrisy in Hollywood that I can't get behind, which is why I fully support Zachary Levi. Hey, you're gonna come out and support Trump, that's great. It's your right as an American, and it shouldn't backfire on you.
No,
it shouldn't backfire on you.
The big thing is the fact that it's, like, even remotely backfiring. Like I said, like, I'm with you. I really don't care who the celebrities endorse. It's not going to change my voting this coming November. It's not going to change one thing because I don't. My voting record is not indicative of what Hollywood believes, basically. And there was a point, like someone said up here last talk, Hollywood has always been a bubble. To a degree, yes, Hollywood has always been a bubble, but I grew up watching classic movies. I've seen movies from literally every decade growing up, dating back to the 20s. And they're like, even back in the golden age of Hollywood, there were actors and actresses who like believed like different sides of the political aisle, right? Case in point, there's a movie called Mr. Blandings Builds a Dream House. Okay, it's with stars Cary Grant and Melvin Douglas and Myrna Loy. Right? Cary Grant was a Republican, like he basically was a staunch Republican. Melvin Douglas was a Democrat. All right, but guess what? They worked together. All right, because at the end of the day, that whatever disagreements they had over politics didn't change the fact that they were both actors. They were both hired to do a movie, and they left their politics at the door whenever they were making films back then. All right, so to a degree, yes, Hollywood's always been a bubble, but at the same time, it's back then you could reveal that, hey, I'm a Republican or I'm a Democrat, and would not have necessarily altered anything in terms of your career. Like basically what would alter your career is if you had a box office bomb one after another. That's really what happened until basically when I'm not going to pinpoint an exact time frame necessarily, but when communism began making the rounds by basically infiltrating certain aspects of American culture, particularly beginning in maybe starting in the 50s, but definitely in the 60s and 70s, with the education and entertainment industry taking over, then we saw a drastic shift in terms of the politics of Hollywood. So, up until that point, your career was only affected if you had box office bomb one after another. Like Katharine Hepburn, she was considered a box office poison for a long time until finally her career turned around. Oh yeah, Kurt Russell's always been a conservative, and he has never shied away from that fact that he is always been and will be a conservative. I don't know what politics Goldie Hawn has, but the fact that they've been married for so long tells me that even if she disagrees with him politically, at the end of the day, again, doesn't really matter. So, in terms of they're able to look not past it, but so
yeah, I don't really I don't know. It doesn't really bug me, if I go to a movie and I don't know a celebrity's politics. You know what I mean?
I'd rather not.
I really don't care about it.
I'm not there.
Zachary Levi shouldn't have to go on Instagram Live and explain himself to anybody. He should just be able to have, he should just be able to vote for whoever he wants to. But that was his whole live on Instagram. If you go back and watch it, I think it's like an hour long, but he tries to justify over and over, many times over, why he's endorsing Trump. And he talks in circles a lot of the time, or for a lot of the live stream, but he tries to explain himself, like how he came to that decision. Because I think because he's getting so much backlash, which is ridiculous, but but I'm of the mindset that he shouldn't have to do that. He shouldn't have to go on Instagram Live and explain himself. He should just be able to vote and endorse whoever he wants and take a stance on whatever or put his back whatever candidate he wants. And it shouldn't affect his career, but it is.
No,
so.
And Trace, I don't know Keanu Reeves' politics.
And I don't care.
know the others. I don't care because when I go see a movie, I'm not going necessarily going because a certain actor or actress leans the same politically as I do. No, I go to a movie because I like the plot, intrigues me. The trailer makes it look good. I'm willing to plunk down whatever the cost of a ticket is at that point. But the trailer itself, piques my interest, not the actor or actress starring in it. Case in point, Sean Penn has always been the biggest fucking political idiot in Hollywood. All right. Now, I'm not like when I say that, I'm saying like it's like just because I disagree with him necessarily that doesn't mean like I'm like going to boycott any of his films because they're like he is a very good actor. I Am Sam and like other roles that he's done, he is a very good actor. I don't agree with him politically, but again, that's not what's influencing my decision to see any movies.
Yeah, but at the same time, honestly, actors opening up their mouths really like sour.
Well, it does like depending on what they say, it can sour.
Yeah,
but
because like
it's not a deciding factor necessarily.
It's not a deciding factor, but it's just completely like it just sours your opinion of them, and you know you just kind of like, oh, I would like Mark Hamill, like he's such a fucking idiot. I can't stand him. He's so brain rotted that whenever you watch, I don't know, whenever you watch something that he's in, like we watch Star Wars and you're just kind of like, man, I wish Mark Hamill wasn't such a douchebag.
Yeah. Well, my mom like literally said recently that like because of how he's been acting and what he's been saying, she can't watch the original trilogy anymore because she can't look at him in that movie and not think about the shit he's done.
Yeah, it sours like your view of them.
Yeah,
which is whatever, which sucks, but
yeah, Robert De Niro's become a tool too, as well. And Michael Keaton's kind of disappointed me a little bit.
Oh yeah, did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that going around on X.
God damn it, Batman.
Yeah, it's like I'm like at the same time, like again, I'm like reemphasize this. I don't give a shit about their politics. If they want to vote for Kamala, go ahead and fucking vote for Kamala. It's their right, literally, as an American, to vote for whomever.
Man, it's more of like all of the celebrities coming out over and over, one after the other, just like
I wonder what
instead of dominoes.
Yeah,
you know, every day another celeb is like, vote for Kamala. I'm endorsing Kamala. And it's to me, like underneath those endorsements, though, everybody's like, oh no, is he on a Diddy tape?
Yeah.
Is he on a Diddy tape? Diddy tape? Yeah. Is this a Diddy tape person? Oh my gosh, Leonardo DiCaprio's endorsement. Everybody was just like, Diddy. Diddy's
Pretty
number one.
Diddy. His looked like he had a gun to it, like like you don't see a gun, but one of those like hostage videos or something like that where there's a gun off to the side that you can't see pointed at him, and like this endorsement. That's what it felt like when I was watching his video. But anyway, yeah. So it's like, so there it is. So basically, he's come out and said, if you find the clips, basically, if you want to support Donald Trump, do so. Like, like ignore whatever backlash you're going to get in Hollywood. Because he's basically also at the same time says that, like, why are you worried about an industry that very likely won't be there anymore? Because Hollywood's also is basically dying from within.
Oh, yeah.
So he's like, why are you worried about an industry that most likely won't exist?
I think it will exist, but it's going to take a lot of time to recover from COVID and the two strikes, like back-to-back strikes. So it's going to take a lot of time to recover. And with Hollywood finally sort of like reining in a little bit, of like the huge budgets that they've just been throwing out for movies that aren't succeeding because, the audience has gotten very stingy with where they spend their money. And, the actors, when they go on their promotional tours for these movies, have opened their mouths and said really stupid shit and completely turned off audiences. You have the mainstream media turning on audiences, actors turn out, pretty much Hollywood turning on audiences and then expecting audiences to show up to their movies. And now, if we're not going to, we're just not going to show up to a movie once, either the cast, the media, or the directors behind certain projects start attacking the audiences. The audience is going to be like, they're going to automatically turn their backs and say, okay, well, bye. We're not going to watch it then.
Yeah, last time I'm glad that audience is more selective of where they spend their money. That's what I've been telling people. Like petitions do jack shit. Like basically change.org, whatever, they do jack shit because Hollywood does not pay. Hollywood does not pay attention to that stuff. Otherwise, we would not have the sequel trilogy movies still in existence anymore. If petitions did anything, what Hollywood listens to is when you decide to close your wallets. So if you want to say, okay, I'm not going to see your movie, That's what they pay attention to. They pay attention to how loud the money is talking. If the money's
Well,
not
now
talking
they are.
loud,
Before they weren't.
yeah, but now they are really paying attention because they are suffering as a result. So yeah, money talks. And now Hollywood is like, since, particularly since COVID and things like that, and people being more discerning because of the economy and so forth, and like, also the sourness like that's been coming, in terms of like, when Hollywood keeps attacking audiences because, well, we dare to like criticize anything that Hollywood's putting out. Well, now more and more of general audience is saying, okay, well, then I'm not going to spend my money on this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I'll spend it over here. You remember when Sonic came out, the first Sonic film, and the trailer dropped, and people were like, "What the fuck did you do with Sonic?"
Yeah, the demonic design at the the cursed Sonic.
Yeah, it was a very cursed image of Sonic, and people were like, "That's not Sonic. What the hell did you do?" Part of the reason why that movie did as well as it did, its opening weekend, is because the studio said, listen to that criticism.
Yeah, the director came out and said, okay, we hear your complaints and we're gonna, rework the image of Sonic. And then they reworked it.
The release because they were reworking the image.
Yeah. And people supported it in turn. But do you remember what the mainstream media said when that happened?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember.
Right? They're listening to the toxic fans, and that is a huge problem.
Yeah.
And it was this whole article about how you shouldn't bend to the toxic fans just because they're criticizing your work. If you do that, they're going to get even louder, and they're not going to, they're going to make you change everything about your movie. Like it was such a disturbing piece that just came after fans of Sonic because they dared unite and say this image sucks. This is not Sonic, and then they made comparisons between, the way people act about Star Wars and the way people act about Marvel and things like that. But it was such a huge like hit piece on fans just because the director came out and said, oh, okay, yeah, we see it and we're going to delay it. We're going to rework it. Don't worry. We'll give you something that is good enough for, you Sonic fans. So it was a crazy article to come out. It should have been something like, fans were redeemed when they weren't, given, and like a comparison between, Sonic and video games and cartoons and the Sonic that they originally came up with, the cursed Sonic. And, they should have said like, well, fans were complaining about this, and this, and this is how it differs. But no, they came out and attacked fans, which was really stupid on their part. But
yes, and they're still talking about Ghostbusters 2016 now. They won't let that go because
no, they're still talking about it.
They're still talking about that shit 8 years later.
What was that article that like recently came out? And I was just like, oh my god, it's 2016 again. Like, what the heck? Have we traveled back in time? Do they not have anything to write about that? They're going back and referencing Ghostbusters again. It was the director. The director came out and said something about the fans and how they weren't.
He still has a boner for.
Yeah, he still has a bone to pick with everybody. He's still mad that you guys didn't like Ghostbusters 2016.
Yeah, he's still like.
It was so funny. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What is going on?
Oh yeah, the Crow reboot director attacked fans. So yeah, that was really smart. And look what happened to that movie. That went with the wind, pretty much. Because no one really wanted to see it to begin with, and then anybody who would have given it a chance were turned off by what the director said. So that movie bombed. I saw that Ghostbusters 2016 for free on cable, and I still want my money back. So,
I just don't find any of those women funny.
No,
it just didn't. I don't find any of those women funny.
No,
at all.
They well, not the only big issues I had with that movie, but two, like the biggest ones I had was one, that the women weren't funny at all. Not even as an ensemble. Not even singular, like single, basically.
What's funny? Okay, I actually I used to like Amy Schumer and Tina Fey. Or Amy Poehler, not Amy Schumer. What the fuck?
I was gonna say like
Amy Poehler
and Tina Fey. Yes.
Yeah, I used to like that duo, and I was like, oh, they work really well off each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like 2 weeks ago, maybe that I went and rewatched some of the movies that they did. One was like Sisters. I think it was like where they were sisters.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I think it's called, Sisters, and the other was like Baby Mama.
I remember Baby Mama. I never really watched Sisters, but I remember Baby Mama. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was rewatching these movies, and I'm just like, what on earth was I thinking? Because these women are not funny. Like watching it with, I don't know. Have I become more cynical or what? Like I'm rewatching these movies because I was just like, I want to watch something, really corny, but that I know that I used to laugh at. Like I want to laugh, so I want to put in something that used to make me laugh. And I put these movies in, and I'm just like, holy these movies are not funny. In fact, I'm bored and I'm a little upset. Like these movies are pissing me off. Why aren't they funny? I remember them being funny, and they're not funny anymore. And I'm just like, you know what? These women are just not funny. Like they're super old for like the parts that they're playing, and they're acting really obnoxious, and I guess like their comedy is supposed to be funny, but it's coming off super obnoxious. And I didn't like it. I didn't like either movies. Going back and rewatching them, and I'm like, I don't know why I thought these were funny. I think stop it. I don't like I'm not not Amy Schumer. It was
the other thing that I think of like Amy Poehler in was Parks and Rec. Like she was okay. Like I wouldn't say she was like funny. I wouldn't say she was the best part, but she's like that was like the only thing I liked her in was Parks and Recreation.
I never watched that.
I find it funny just because as a military vet, I was kind of like seeing the inner workings of the government from like another side. So to see it like because it is basically a local government. So I got a kick out of watching that. I'm not saying she was the best part. I'm just saying that's the only thing I've seen her in that I've liked, that I've like basically that she was tolerable in.
Yeah.
And it's I guess kind of like The Office, basically.
I love The Office. I never see Parks and Rec.
In terms of it's basically it's filmed like it's being like a documentary is being shot kind of a thing. So periodically the characters will talk to the screen like they're talking to the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah. My favorite, she said some stupid shit recently, was Aubrey Plaza. She played a character called April.
Oh, I love Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah. But like she's in that as well. And Chris Pratt, that's one of his early roles. So Chris Pratt's on Parks and Rec.
Aubrey Plaza is in Agatha. I love Aubrey Plaza. Like,
now, how about we talk about Agatha real fast?
I want to be Aubrey Plaza when I grow up. I love her so much.
Isn't she coming out with a movie, like Old Ass or something like that, or My Old Ass, where like she's a future self that's like trying to impart wisdom on her younger self or something like that?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, they worked well together because they were like two opposite personalities, but they worked really well together. Their characters, and just be saying she's like, the saving grace of Agatha.
Yeah, she really is. It's like me and Mara. We're two opposites.
But real fast. Boom. The numbers are in. Sorry, Disparu. But Agatha has posted worse numbers than The Acolyte, as if that were even possible. But somehow Agatha achieved it.
I believe it. Nobody's watching Agatha. No one. No one is watching Agatha. More people are watching Disparu's reviews.
Didn't they have an episode recently where like they were dressed as like popular witches or something like that in other media?
Yeah. It was this last one, I think, where they did tarot cards.
Like one was dressed as a wicked witch, one was Glinda.
The old lady was Glinda. What the hell?
What the hell?
And then Maleficent, and then the
effeminate male
evil stepmother from Snow White.
Yeah.
And the Wicked Witch of the West. You know what? They better have, stare down the barrel of the camera to the audience.
Yeah.
For Cynthia Erivo, or giving Cynthia Erivo a shout out. How dare they do the Wicked Witch of the West?
Yes. Yeah, Bridesmaids was okay. Like I said,
they've erased.
I don't
her.
know what it is. It's just, see, women can be funny. I just don't know what it is about the writing currently, because Madeline Kahn, fucking hysterical. She was.
I don't know
really
who that is. Let me look it up.
Have you seen Young Frankenstein?
No.
Yeah, Madeline Kahn, she was hysterical in the role she was in. Aubrey Plaza would be funny. Basically, classic SNL. Carol Burnett was funny. Vicki Lawrence was funny. But at the same time, it's like the writing has just gone to shit. It's like, for a while, this is just my personal opinion. But it seems
because they're writing about themselves.
Well, the writing about themselves.
They think that their lives are
like
hilarious and funny and interesting, and they're not.
Yeah, but the thing is, they don't know the difference between funny but wrong and crude. Basically, it's like they swan dive into the crude category, and we're like, that's not funny. That's just disgusting. Like, why the fuck are you talking about this shit? I don't even want to talk about the shit, and I'm a woman. Why the hell are you doing it? Mm-hmm. But they feel like, it's like, oh, men do it and people laugh at it. No, men do it because they're like, they touch on topics that shouldn't be laughed at, but we find find funny. There's a difference between dark humor and things like that. But I don't know what it is about female comedians and feeling like they need to talk about that shit. So pretty much this, yeah.
Vagina this, vagina that.
Yeah, it pretty much is that. It literally is that. Half of Amy Schumer's stand-up was talking about her hoo-ha and equating it to the fucking upside down in Stranger Things. I'm like, that's just fucking disgusting. I know you haven't seen Stranger Things, so you don't know what she's talking about. But at the same time, it's like, if you were to watch Stranger Things and she equates her vagina to that, I'm like, what?
Well, it's feminist comedy, and it's just not funny.
Yeah,
it's because it's not.
Madeline Kahn, she was fucking hilarious in Clue. Have you seen Clue?
No, I've never seen Clue.
Oh, you need to watch it. It's one of the rare times that, basically, how Hollywood can't get video game adaptations right now. Basically, they can't get anything correct when it comes to video game adaptations, even though they have a foundation to work with. Clue is literally based off the board game Clue, and they made it work. Clue is awesome. It's from 1984. It has Tim Curry, Madeline Kahn, Martin Mull, Eileen Brennan. It was Leslie Warren. But anyway, you would like it. I think you would like it. It's a comedy. Christopher Lloyd's in it as well. You know Christopher Lloyd, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, he's in it as well. It's like basically that movie came out before Back to the Future. So, yeah, you need to watch it. But let's see what the numbers are real fast for Agatha. What numbers did they post? Did they show? Let's see. The noted television analytics provided this look into the Disney Plus series' current underperformance on October 21st with the release of their numbers for the week of Agatha All Along's premiere, September 16th and through the September 22nd. Per Nielsen's data, across the two episodes that made up its debut, Seekest Thou the Road and Circle Sown with Fate, Unlock Thy Hidden Gate, The Catherine Hahn-led MCU outing pulled in approximate 426 million total viewing minutes for an average of like basically 213 apiece. Given that each episode has held a rough runtime of 35 minutes apiece, a quick calculation suggests that each episode pulled in around 6,085,714 viewers, in doing so, earning the series the 8th place spot in Nielsen's top 10 streaming originals charts. Notably placing ahead of it in order was Monsters, the Lyle and Eric Menendez story, The Perfect Couple, Rings of Power, Emily in Paris, Only Murders in the Building, Into the Fire, The Lost Daughter, and Tulsa King. Meanwhile, Agatha did manage to beat out Hulu's The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives and The Circle.
What the fuck?
Yes, because we're all curious about The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Yes, he managed to beat the Mormon Wives. See you, Gas Mask.
Bye.
So here it is. Basically, that's where it stands. So, and this is basically September 16th to September 27th. So, but yeah, Rings of Power is still on the Nielsen ratings, basically, because, well, it was still ongoing.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. No one's watching Agatha. No one's watching Agatha. I see very little of it being I'm not in that algorithm like Disbrew is, but I get some Agatha tweets thrown at me every now and then, but it's not like The Acolyte was. Like The Acolyte was crazy thrown at me like all the time. But this, like, nobody fucking cares. And everything that I've seen has just been about the guy that plays Wicket, like that guy.
This one right here, right?
Yeah, him. Joe Locke. It's just his fans, and it's his fans from the other TV show that he's in. Like that's the only thing I ever see from Agatha are his fans. That's it. Nobody cares about this show. Nobody's really watching the show. Even the shipping.
I still think Disbrew is holding down that fort. He's making sure it stays on the Nielsen ratings. Like it stays on that top 10.
Yeah, it's so funny. Like nobody cares. No one cares about Agatha.
Oh, it's Wiccan, not Wicked. Wiccan.
Yeah, Wiccan.
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 Hey, Keely. Hello, good to see you. Yeah, Wiccan. So
or Billy is Billy, right? I think his name is
Billy. And he goes by
Billy.
Wiccan.
Billy. Or Teenager. They called him by his full name this past episode. It's so stupid.
Oh my god.
Teenager. She called him by his full name. So dumb.
That's sometimes I'd rather watch paint dry. I'm basically waiting for the Penguin to basically just like to be done with the episodes, and I'm just going to binge it at this point because I haven't had a chance
I need to not rewatch it. I need to catch up. Up.
I'm just waiting for it to basically the releases to be done so I can just binge it. Because I wasn't anticipating getting sick. I was talking about Rings of Power. People are still. I point out that the numbers are drastically lower than season 1, and people were like, co-parter when like all 5 seasons drop. I'm like, yeah, okay, fine, yeah, but they're gonna lose basically numbers the more and more as they go along.
Mm-hmm.
2 more.
More people are talking about The Acolyte still. Than Agatha
going around like renew The Acolyte. Is that still going around?
Did you see the billboard?
No. What? You gotta show me the billboard.
Let me find it.
Dan, pick a cosplay. I will live stream myself physically assaulting you. And then I'll try Australian cuisine. So. Yeah, apparently there's a billboard. I did not know about this, Trey.
Yeah, there's billboards. Here it is.
Notes, yes. Hey, Abomination. Twilight of the Gods. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's Amanda Stenberg's birthday. Our first billboard placed in Times Square. We fans honor her. They honor Amanda Stenberg on her birthday. Happy birthday to our acolyte, Amanda Stenberg. Hashtag we love you, Amanda. Hashtag, or I'm sorry, savetheacolyte.com.
I'm just like really curious to like see like how many signatures it actually has.
No, they raised money for a billboard. Like Acolyte fans raised money for a billboard
on savetheacolyte.com, or is that?
I think it was remember that that GoFundMe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was that money that was used for the billboard.
Crazy, like they're really trying to Snyder cut that shit. Yeah, they were.
Yes, yeah, for sure. But see, the thing is, the difference with this and release the Snyder cut is that was an actual cut that was made. It just like kind of needed to be finished,
it was done.
You know,
it was like
it was done. It was already done. This would need to be a whole season, a whole new season, getting actors back. Coming up with the story. Yeah. They would need, how much was the first one? 200 million. I don't remember how much the first one.
It was like an obscene budget for the series.
Yeah.
I remember that. It was an obscene budget.
This is so different. I can respect that the fans got together and bought a billboard to wish Amanda Stenberg happy birthday. I respect it. But they're not getting a season 2.
No. Dan just likes to poke the bear, basically. Finish the story. Justice League. That Snyder cut. I don't care. I haven't watched the first part of Rebel Moon. Do not care to watch anything of Rebel Moon. I gave Army of the Dead a chance. Nope. Once you actually think about what's going on in that movie, nothing fucking makes sense. Anyway, hey, CT James, hello. Yeah, but anyway, so close that. Let's just watch the endorsements from Undertaker and Kane real fast, because you saw that going around, right?
No.
Undertaker, you kind of took a dig at Dave Bautista on your ex. I did see that.
Dude! Oh my gosh! The reason I did that, there's the only reason I did that was because Michelle from Force of Light Entertainment, she put her tweet in our group chat, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, the Dave Bautista fans are coming after me, and it's the weirdest thing. All of these grown men are attacking me because I dared say something about Dave Bautista," and I was like, "Really? I want to try it," and that's the only reason I did it. And she was 100% right. Like, all of the Dave Bautista fans were like, "Oh, just because he's dressed like that." Like, it was the funniest thing ever. Like, I posted it and I was like, I would read some of the replies and I was just laughing. And then I muted it. I eventually muted it. I just wanted to see what would happen.
Yeah. Well, Batista was a wrestler, and as Trey pointed out, he was better on roids. Basically, he was more muscular when he was a wrestler, and like I guess he's become a vegan or some shit, and now he's like thinned down, pretty much. But Undertaker and Kane here with Trump, they were also wrestlers, basically. Why am I blank? Glenn Jacobs, I believe, is like Kane's real name. The one on the left, he's actually mayor. He's actually a mayor. He's a conservative politician. So he became a mayor in Tennessee. And Undertaker, well, he's never really been shy about the fact that he's like leans conservative. Like anyone who's followed wrestling at all could tell that about the Undertaker. But they came out in support of Donald Trump, and they actually take a jab at Dave Bautista. Have you seen this clip? Okay, let's just play this.
All right, everyone. November 5th, election mania. Choice is yours. You can go with President Trump, Kane, and The Undertaker, or you can take Kamala Harris, Dave Bautista, and Tim Walz. Choose wisely. The nation depends on it.
And that should be an easy choice.
That was going around and like causing a spasm on Dave Bautista fans.
See, I'm telling you, yeah, Dave Bautista fans are fucking nuts, dude. I love that they use the Undertaker's is it a gong or a bell? Like, doo, doo.
Yeah, it's basically like the Undertaker. It's basically like a gong. So like whenever the Undertaker comes out, you hear that gong sound.
You hear that
basically.
gong?
You hear that. So when he said the Undertaker, it's like gong.
Unpopular opinion. I liked Biker Undertaker. Keep rolling.
Oh, he would come out riding his motorcycle.
He would come out riding his motorcycle. Okay, that's unpopular opinion. I actually dug that. A lot of people didn't. I did. I didn't mind it. I was like, hell yeah. Hands up now, hands down. Back up. Keep rolling. I liked that Undertaker.
So, Limp Bizkit. Hey, Tommy, good to see you. The American Badass, aka Taker. Yeah. So, but I found that funny. Like I said, like it's kind of like goes back to like like the Zachary Levi discussion we had. I really don't care like whom they're going to vote for. It's not going to influence my voting habits at all, basically. But the fact that it so put the Batista fans' panties in a twist,
yeah,
because they took a jab at Dave Batista in this promotional video, was funny as hell to me on X. So it's like you could either take the Undertaker, like basically in a like 6-man tag team match. You can you can take the Undertaker, Donald Trump, and Kane, or you could take Kamala Harris, Dave Batista.
The photo that they put was the photo of him in pearls. So like that's the photo that I put too when I was like, I'm not gonna listen to this guy who wears more pearls than what did I say? Than like a whore on OnlyFans or something like that. I can't remember what I said.
On Pornhub, basically.
Or on Pornhub, yeah. Than like a whore on Pornhub. So many of his fans were so fucking pissed.
Yeah, they were like,
so mad.
They're
like, oh, so are pearls gender specific now? Oh my gosh, it's 2024. And then they were like, he looks like that because he got off the steroids. He could still kick your ass. I'm like, yeah, he could. 100%.
Yeah.
He could kick a short woman's ass. Yes, you were absolutely right.
Yes.
Everybody is like, he could still kick your ass. Yep, he could. I'm not going to say no. He would totally kick my ass.
I'm like,
yeah, his fans are so fucking
like, yes, they have always been gender specific. Yeah, like they are not gender neutral. They've always been.
Yes, it was so funny. They're like, so are pearls like gender specific now?
Yes, they are fucking gender specific.
All these dudes in my replies, pearls aren't gender specific. Trying to like justify Batista wearing all the pearl necklaces. It was the funniest thing.
Only Jeremy would get away with pearls. Trey's like, if a man wears pearls, I'm judging, basically. Yeah, I don't take masculinity advice from a man who wears pearls. Like the fact that he's wearing pearls and he's clutching them. His fans are clutching their pearls.
Yeah.
I just find it ironic. Yeah, but I saw that and I was like, the fact that we're talking about basically, Zachary Levi endorsing Trump, I wanted to point that out because, like I said, it was getting all these Dave Batista fans' panties in a twist. And I'm like, it's like they're just saying that like they're taking a jab at Dave Batista. That's it. So, yeah, I'm saying like Dave Batista could very likely kick your ass, kick my ass, kick most of the guys in the chat's ass. It's like, on or off roids. I'm not going to deny that. I'm only 5'2". I would not really stand a chance against someone like Dave Batista, who can tower over me. But at the same time, it's like I think I have more testosterone than he does now.
I was the fact that they were just like, he could still kick your ass. I'm like, yeah, and
yeah, and like, what's your point?
I know. Oh my gosh, so funny. Yeah, his fans are totally unhinged.
We're ankle biters. That's how sure we are. Like that's our reach. We're ankle biters. Anyway, I got a kick out of that. I figured we'd watch, little endorsements.
Yeah, did you have any of the fans' replies? Any of his bands? Unhinged.
I can't remember basically, but I know like people were like just like oh my god, like I'm like oh my goodness. I was like it's move on basically. Okay, like if like and these are like people who claim to be wrestling fans, and I'm like, are you seriously fucking surprised that Undertaker and Kane are supporting Donald Trump? Like where the fuck have you been?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. I stopped watching wrestling for a long time, but even I knew, like, where have you been? Like, they've not been shy about their politics at all.
Mara, did you see that girl that messed up the national anthem?
Oh, you gotta like pull that clip up. No, I did not.
I'm gonna pull it up.
Yeah.
Y'all.
Mazza would go at him with a steel chair. Yeah, Mazza would go at him. At Dave Bautista with a steel chair. Hey, Andrew Thomas. So again, for those just joining, basically $20 super chats, and I take shots. So not expected, but appreciated.
Listen to this.
Through the perilous fight, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets red glare. I fucked it up. Can I go back? Please?
You're live, woman. Yeah. You're live.
And then I got too nervous. Gave proof.
It was so bad. Hold on.
Through the night that our flag was still there. Whoa, say does that star spangled banner for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Look at the way she walks off, though, too. Look. She's. You haven't seen that, Mara?
No, God.
Oh my God. So bad.
Okay, I'm gonna take a free.
She's an up and coming singer.
Christ.
Like this is so bad. She's an up and coming singer, and this is the first like major thing that she's done.
So he's like, we're set back 400 years.
I fucked it up.
Through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched.
Like, why is it's an H sound? It's an R sound. Why is she?
We're so gallantly streaming. And the rockets red glare. I fucked it up. Can I go back? Please?
She didn't know. She didn't think it was live. Like that's her. I guess like people asked her about it after it happened, and she didn't know it was live. She thought it was going to be pre-recorded so she could have another go.
Please.
There it is. There's
she went.
Yeah, it's like, you're live. Every presidential debate has been live in the history of television. Has been fucking live.
She's like, I got too nervous.
Bursting, and then I got too nervous.
She said, I got too nervous.
I like that. It was at the moment she knew she fucked up.
It's so bad.
It was so goddamn.
Oh man.
Dan's
End the torture. I ended the torture.
Yes. Forget waterboarding. Just play that, and like the terrorist will give up every information they have.
I got too nervous.
Well, because you like an A sound and an R sound. I heard a like each time, like she was taking a breath in, and I'm like why are you pronouncing those words like there's any H in there whatsoever? And and rockets. Anyway, it was so breathy.
Yeah. Play it on loop. I'll pull it back up.
No, no. Jacob was like, I know it was weird. It's like what it fucking felt like. Okay.
I got too nervous.
Like I said, $20 super chats. I'll take shots. You want me to stand up more? All right, more shots, basically more super chats. But I'm Lilu.
Lilu.
Here, I'll show you. I was like, don't play it again. I'm gonna disregard and like shots. Okay,
Huh?
I'm gonna drink the intense root beer because after that, because
no.
it's fucking hell.
Hold on, I have to get mine. I'll be right back. I don't have any.
God. Ah, it's her bandage costume. That's what she was wearing at the end. Fifth Element. So. Anyway, Lilu Dallas Multipass. And by the way, Cowman pointed this out a long while back, basically. But SJWs owe Gary Oldman's character an apology because he was the OG for that, shaved side haircuts, and they were basically every one of them stole that haircut from him. So they owe him an apology. She knows it's a multipass, yes. I am not singing. Maybe Steph will do it, but I'm not singing a Wicked review. The fact that I have to watch this movie at all, I'm going to full out come out and say this, chat. I will expect super chats because I will need to fucking drink after watching that movie. I have no doubt. And the fact that it's long as it is.
Mara's going to be drunk the whole stream.
Maybe this stream, but definitely for the Wicked one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Wicked stream.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I had to pull this one out because I ran out of my other one. We finished it.
Mm-hmm.
Austin. Light whiskey. Oh my gosh. I drank so much last night.
Wait, why are people saying Wicked is 2 movies?
It is 2 movies.
Jesus Christ.
You didn't know it was 2 movies? Did I not tell you
that? No.
Yes, this one is part 1. Chat, you weren't supposed to tell her. This is part 1.
Yeah,
Cheers,
okay.
Mara, I love you. You're my best friend.
Definitely expecting super chats, chat. I'm watching it for her, but I want to be drunk.
I don't know why I need chasers for this. Oh my god.
Why the fuck is it 2 parts? And when's it coming out? Like around Thanksgiving or something? Is it
November.
before Thanksgiving or out?
End of November.
I know, but is it before Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving
or
weekend,
after?
I think.
Yeah, please, chat. Please make us strong.
That shit hit my, like, I could feel it splash in my stomach.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good though.
Well, see, I understand a play being long because it's a play.
Yeah, the play is long.
But a movie.
Well, they're adding more to it. They're expanding the movie. I honestly, I feel like the way Cynthia Erivo is talking about the movie, they're pulling from the book.
Oh, we gotta talk about that because she bitched because someone did a fan edit of the poster and dared to make it like how like the original promotional stuff was for like the Broadway play where like her face is semi-covered, you don't see her eyes, you just see like
it's like her me right now.
Yeah, like Steph right now. But like the actress who's playing, what's the character's name? Elphaba.
Mm-hmm.
Elphaba bitched because like it's like taking away her identity.
Erasing her.
They're erasing her because they dared to make a fan edit of the poster and not show her entire face. But it's like I know the play well enough to know like everything I've seen about it, like that was the promotional stuff for Wicked.
Yeah.
Where you didn't see her entire
You see that everywhere. It's on the playbill. It's a playbill image.
Like every playbill I've seen.
Yep. That's the most popular image out there for Broadway is the Wicked illustration. Yeah.
Yeah, like it traces you're erasing her blackness. I'm like, you're green. You're playing green. You're playing literally a green character.
Did you see what she said recently?
I did begin to bring it up, like show, like again, because I did kind of see, but at the same time, I was like, I'm not drunk enough to deal with your shit right now, because I was like,
oh, we gonna deal with her shit.
Yeah, we're gonna deal. Well, now I have alcohol on me, so I could deal with her shit, but. Oh, then you also have Zoe Saldana saying, like, whenever they reboot Guardians of the Galaxy, she wants a brown chick to play Gamora, and I'm like, another fucking green chick. No one's gonna know her skin color unless like the actress does brown.
Why did she want another?
I'm like, who cares? It's a green character. It's like Starfire. Like, like any actress could like basically play Starfire because Starfire is orange.
Why? That's weird.
Intention is not to diminish anyone else's version.
She's a boring
Elphaba.
Yeah, of course not.
Ever. But the intention is.
She's like I don't want to diminish the other women who have played Elphaba, but
exactly.
But I'm about to.
You're about to diminish.
Yeah,
that.
but I'm about to.
But the intention is to allow her to show up as me in my body.
Right.
Me.
Well,
and I loathe to make it about this, but it is what it is.
She says she loathes to make it about. No, she wants to make it about her. This is 100% like she wants to make it about her. She's like, oh, I JO Studios is just like bald.
Bald.
She's like, I love to make it about this, but she wants to make it about it. She wants it to be all about her.
As a Black woman who is queer,
who
shows up in like this way.
Okay, who cares if you're queer?
Thing that I have that many other Elphabas don't have. They don't know what it is like to walk through the world like this. I do.
They played the character. They know what.
Immediately.
They know how to play Elphaba because they've played Elphaba. There's only one way to play that character.
Yeah,
and it is as that character.
Last time I checked, I did not see anyone of like those who've played Elphaba, Broadway, or would complain about the poster, the promotional.
No,
well, I've never like in terms of like this. They might not have liked it, but I've never seen anything like this.
No, in fact, I'm seeing a lot of people who love the Broadway show. Just done. They're fed up with her. They're fed up with this actress and everything that she's saying. It's putting them off of the movie, of what they've been excited for so long. Now they're just, they're seeing her ego take hold, and they're like, wow, it's just completely diminishing their excitement for this movie. And I feel that because I'm probably, one of the few people in this space. It's like me and maybe Chris Gore who are excited about, or who were excited about this movie because we're fans of the Broadway play. And now she's coming out here and she's just making me not be excited. And what's pissing me off is that when the very first trailer dropped during the Super Bowl last year, we were all downstairs, right? We were at the G&G house. We were downstairs and it came on and I got so excited. And I was like, everybody be quiet, Jeremy, be quiet. And I started watching the trailer and I loved it. I loved the trailer. And Jeremy was like, oh no, just watch. She's going to ruin it. She's going to ruin it. And I was like, no way, because I knew who this actress was. I knew that she was a big deal on Broadway. I knew that she was a great singer on Broadway. And I also knew that she is not the first Black woman to play the character of Elphaba. She's 100% not. There have been multiple Black actresses who have brought that character to life. And it's pissing me off that Jeremy was right. I'm just like, God damn it.
I can believe that. But I was saying, like, you remember when the news came out that Tom Holland was going to star as Romeo? It was like it was Broadway basically, and then the actresses couldn't play Juliet, right? I would tell people, because people were like trying to make it all about wokeness and things like that, and maybe the decision to cast the actress who's playing Juliet. Maybe there was a little bit of an agenda behind it. I'm not going to like say otherwise. I don't know. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm giving it a pass because it's Broadway. Broadway has always been diverse.
Yeah, Broadway has always
diverse.
been like diverse and inclusive for years. For years, as a theater kid, like
for decades.
It's been that way for a really long time because it has to be that way, right? You have to cast the person who can hit these high notes.
Yes.
And if that person is a Black woman or a Latina woman or a white woman, it's whoever can hit the high note. That's all it comes down to.
You're literally hiring the best person for the role.
Okay, you're cast as it,
Yeah, you're literally hiring the best person for the role because you need that person to hit whatever note needs to be hit, to inflect whatever needs to be like in the dialogue. Literally the best audition. Mm-hmm. And if that happens to be a diverse casting, so be it.
Yeah.
And I pointed
and then
out
they have their understudy, right? So if that actress needs a day off or if they get sick or whatever, then they have their understudy, and that could be a whole other person, a totally completely different person than who's cast in the role. So Broadway has been that way for a really long time, which is why like I had no problem with them casting her, Cynthia Erivo, as Elphaba. I had no problem with them casting her, but now she's making it all about her and how she's bringing her Blackness and her queerness to this role. And it's like, no, you should be looking at Elphaba and embody her life. Mm-hmm. She's already a character that's been created and she's been brought to life by so many women. And, you know, by making it all about you and putting yourself above them, right? By saying, I can bring so much more to this role than they ever could because I'm Black and queer. You're putting that yourself above them, even though you say like you're not, you know, even though you say you don't want to diminish all of the other women who have brought Elphaba to life. You are, because you're saying that you're better than them because you can relate to Elphaba on a different level because of the things that you bring to their role. So it's really putting me off. I mean, it is putting me off. And the fact that she's mentioning her queerness about Elphaba in this role is making me wonder if they're going to go that route, because in the Broadway show, it's about friendship and the friendship that is formed out of, you know, these two women who are vastly different, who grew up completely different, and who are there for each other, right? They became best friends, and they saw goodness in each other, and they were able to look past, you know, the things that they initially were taken aback by, the things that they didn't like, and they completely judged, you know, each other. Elphaba judged Glinda on her spoiledness and her perkiness and her always wanting to be liked and popular, right? She completely judged her on that. And Glinda judged her by the way she dresses. She's always in black and she always wanted to make fun of her. So like that's, and of course that she was green and she was different than everybody else. Like, how did you get green skin? It was very weird. Right. So, and they overcame that and became best friends. Right. But in the book, it's very different because they sort of like crush on each other. So I'm
like
wondering if they're going to go that way since she's mentioning her queerness. Mm-hmm. I'm like, because there's a song in the show and it's like, what is this feeling so sudden and new? That song it's actually like, oh, I'm attracted to another woman in the book. Like that's kind of how it is. So I'm wondering like, oh my God, are they gonna make them gay? Are they gonna make these two women gay? Are they gonna make them fall for each other? I hope not, because that would upset a lot of people.
The 2 parts, Trey, that part 2 is, if not completed, is close to being completed in post-production, and they just release it another time. I don't see it being. So I think we're gonna get a part 2, regardless.
Need another drink. Oh, we are gonna get a part 2.
Yeah, I'm saying like, you know, because Trey's like saying that you have like, you know, if it.
Yeah, they already had a budget for the first and second half, and I don't know if they filmed all of it already, but like total, I think it's like 330 million between the two movies.
Yeah, we're going to get it basically, regardless of how well the first part does. We're going to get a part.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Because that's generally how it's going to work, pretty much.
Let me finish this.
Completely different. and the way he shot it, the way like the space that he gave me to do it is fucking awesome.
I bet it's so sick.
Intention is not.
I bet it's so sick. I just don't like the way she's making it all about her. It's really frustrating. It's putting me off. And I love Wicked so much. Like even before the movie came out, before she started, mouthing off, I started buying like all of this Wicked merch. I have like the little dolls that sing, the makeup from Ariana Grande's makeup line. I have Glinda's wand. Like it's so ridiculous how excited I am about this movie, and she's completely like turning me off, and I'm upset.
You
about
were
it.
more excited than I was.
Yeah,
I was
very excited. I'm
Yeah,
super excited because it's
which is a
one of
shame.
my
'Cause,
favorite
like,
Broadway musicals. Yeah,
it's like again, shame because
and that's how a lot of people are feeling about it too. That I'm seeing online, like a lot of people are feeling the same way. A lot of people who are fans of Wicked, who are looking forward to Wicked, who are now seeing all of this and seeing how just over the top she's being and how she's making it all about herself. They're not vibing with that vibing. Oh my gosh, I'm watching too much TikTok. But it's really like it's really eating at them. They're like, man, I want to go see this movie, but she needs to get over her ego. She's ruining it for me, and the movie hasn't even come out.
Yeah, as I'm saying, like that's why I just again going back to what we were talking about when like with Zachary Levi and stuff. I'm not trying to speak negatively about Zachary Levi, but at the same time, I'm like, again, I don't care. Shut up and act, basically. You're hired to play a role, play the role. Talk about the role, talk about your performance in the role, don't make it personal. Like that is literally your job. You're getting paid to play pretend. You're getting paid to play a character. That's what people care about. And you're getting paid to play a character that's been played by other women, diverse women on Broadway for years, that's been loved by audiences for years. And you're muted. You're muted.
Yes, she's really doing the most, right? She's really taking I'm the first Black queer, and it's like, girl, you should know better. Broadway is so diverse. They even had a Black Glinda at one point. Like seriously, they've even had a Black Glinda. So it's like it's not anything special, You are the movie Elphaba, but people are more excited to see Elphaba than come to life on, in a movie than they are seeing Cynthia Erivo, right? You are just playing a part. You're playing a character that people love so much. Stop doing it such a disservice.
Hello, Ryan. Good to see you.
So,
yeah, I'm saying like it's again it's like it's like most audiences. I'm not saying that like most audiences think the way I do necessarily because I can't speak for like all audiences. But when I go see a movie, I'm going because I'm interested in watching the movie. It has nothing to do with really very few instances where it had anything to do with the actor or actress starring in it. Basically, very little to do with anything like that. Basically, it's if the plot interests me, if the trailer looked good, hell, like we were both intrigued by the trailer for Argyle. The movie was shit, but the trailer looked good. Our interest was piqued, and that's the reason why. It had nothing to do with Henry Cavill being in it. Had nothing to do with the actors or in being in it. The trailer looked interesting. Made it look interesting. That's the reason why I go see movies. I know, but that's the reason why I go see movies. Now, whether or not they're good is another, reason entirely, question entirely. But that's the reason I go. It has very little to do with anything with the actors in it.
Yeah,
I'm not going to support them. I'm going to support the movie.
Yeah,
so.
Mara wants all the vibes, all the good feels.
God, I want all.
She's all about the vibe.
I want super chat so I can get drunk. That's what I want. Man,
I was so upset with Argyle because it looked so awesome, and then the movie came out. It was so trash.
I know. Like the movie was so trash, but the trailer was like
was really cool. I was intrigued. My interest is peaked.
Yeah, I'm saying like it looked cool. It looked
Yeah, it did.
quirky. I was like, okay, that looks like a fun time. Like maybe not didn't have to be the greatest movie, but it looked like a fun time. It wasn't even that.
It kind of like reminded me a little bit of Kingsman, so I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and see this."
Well, it kind of reminded me of that too.
Yeah.
That vibe, like literally that vibe, basically.
Yeah.
I'm like, it kind of reminded me of that. So I was like, okay, my interest is peaked.
Mara said vibes.
Yeah, like vibes. Yes, thank you. Mazza was right. The fifth element is better than the first, second, third, and fourth elements. Hashtag shots.
Short. Okay, hold on. I put
Mazza and his fifth one is always the best.
I have to do it from the bottle this time because I've mixed it in my.
You know what, Chad? Basically, I haven't broken into these bottles yet, but like I said, when Wicked comes out, please, I want a reason to down these. All right. You got Harvest Moon and A Roll in the Hay.
Kingsman was awesome. Kingsman was great.
Yeah,
Kingsman was really good. I love Kingsman.
That's why I was like, okay, I want to see this movie.
Taron Egerton needs to be in more. Did you know that he could sing?
Yes.
Yeah.
He sings and sing. You ever see the Sing movies?
Yes.
Sing 1, Sing 2? Yeah, he sings. That's him singing. So I knew he could sing. He can sing, basically.
I didn't know that was him when I first watched that movie Sing. I didn't know it was him until I looked at the cast. I was like, who is that? Who is singing that? I'm Still Standing. And I looked it up and I was like, no shit. It's Taron Egerton. That's freaking awesome.
Yeah. I knew that because I was like when he broke onto the scene, I was like, he's fine. He is fine.
Yeah.
And he can sing too. So
I know. I was like, oh, he
so
sings too. Dang.
Yes. So he's still fine. But he needs like better roles. Because he was in that Robin Hood movie, and I'm like, you need to kind of get a better manager.
I haven't really seen he played Elton John too. But
yeah, that one was good. That was good. I'm saying like I'm saying, like you need one to make sure that like you're picking like at least better movies, better options. So Taron Egerton, basically. So Egerton.
Were they dueling over who can sing? Taron Egerton.
Yeah. So
from
I was watching the first two Sing movies when I was babysitting my niece. She got me sick basically. But when I was babysitting my niece, she was all about watching Sing. So I was like, you know what? I'll watch those because those movies are actually enjoyable.
I need to watch that Robin Hood movie. I haven't seen it. Do you know what I watched for the very first time today?
Yeah, there was
I wanted to watch movies that I have never seen before today, so I watched 2 movies.
Yes. Okay.
I watched Robin Hood. I think it was Prince of Thieves.
With Kevin Costner one.
Kevin Costner.
Mm-hmm. He's the only weak part in that movie. He was the only weak part in that movie because he couldn't do an English accent, but the movie itself was good.
Oh, it was so good. You know, the only thing that took me out of the movie was Christian Slater and his 90s haircut.
Oh yeah, pretty much. Like
that was it.
It's like you're like a 90s haircut in a medieval storage telling.
Yeah, yeah. That was it. That was the only thing. Was Christian Slater. But I loved it. Oh my gosh, it was so good. I was going through all of my like DVDs and Blu-rays, and I owned that one, and I don't know how I came to own it, but I own it, and I was like, I've never seen this movie. I'm gonna watch this movie, and it was the DVD, and the DVD was so old. It's so old because half the movie was on one side, and the
that is an old one.
Was on the other side.
You had to flip it.
I put it in my Blu-ray player, and I'm like, okay, I'm watching this. And I was like, holy shit, just the main menu screen was like so fucking old. So I pressed play, right? And halfway through the movie it goes black. And I'm like, what the hell? What's going on? I thought it was broken, and I took it out, and I was like, I flipped it over. You had to actually flip the disc. There's another side. That's how I know that it's not my movie. I don't know how I came to own it. But it's not my movie, and I had to flip it over. It's 2-sided Blu-ray. I was like, or not Blu-ray, DVD. I was like, holy shit. But yeah, I watched that movie for the first time. It was really good. And then the other movie that I watched was Hansel and Gretel.
Which one?
with Jeremy Renner.
where the yeah. That one was interesting. I like objectively, like, you know, it's like it's not the greatest movie, but subjectively, I love the hell out of it. Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters, or whatever it's called, basically.
Yeah, that
I
was
love
so
the
much
hell out of it.
fun. I
Yeah,
loved it.
It's fun. It's a fun movie. It's a fun movie to watch.
So while I was looking at
it's objectively, I love it. It's not the best, but I love it. And there is one more Robin Hood movie abomination that I know of, and that's the Errol Flynn one. Anyway, go ahead.
I remember how I came to own this movie. This movie is mine. I just never watched it. But at one point I was in the habit of like, just whenever a movie came out on Blu-ray, I would just buy it. Right. Even if I hadn't seen it yet, I had every intention of watching it. But with this one, I never got around to it. So I was looking through my Blu-rays and I was like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I spent money on this.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah. So yeah, at one point I was just like, I think it was like every Friday I would go and see if there's like a new Blu-ray release, and there was, and so I would just buy it. It didn't matter what it was. And so like I have both Sherlock Holmes movies with
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, and I need to watch those because I haven't watched those. So when I was going through my movies, I was like, okay, Hansel and Gretel or Sherlock Holmes, which one do I watch? And I chose Hansel and Gretel.
No, I did not see the Russell Crowe version. Did not bother with that one. But yeah, but
I haven't seen the Russell Crowe version either. Is it good? I have not. I haven't seen Men in Tights all the way through.
Okay, Men in Tights I've seen, the Errol Flynn version of Robin Hood I've seen, the Kevin Costner version I've seen, and the Disney version I've seen, the animated film. So, but have you watched The Fly yet?
No.
You said you were, okay.
I'm scared.
Gravy D can kind of back me up on this. If you're not a fan of body horror, don't watch it necessarily at night.
Okay.
Just saying.
Yeah, I want to watch the Russell Crowe because I know that there's a Russell Crowe.
Yeah,
Robin Hood.
I didn't watch it. It did not get good reviews. Is what I remember. But I did not watch it, so I can't say anything personal.
But I think next in line for me to watch is the Sherlock Holmes movies because I saw those, and since it was between Hansel and Gretel and Sherlock Holmes, next I'm gonna watch Sherlock Holmes. Watch The Thing. What's The Thing?
But it's the John Carpenter adaptation, The Thing, from 1980s. I can't remember the exact year. I'm blanking. With Kurt Russell. It's another body horror type of movie. 1982. Thank you. I was like blanking on the year. I remember it was early 80s. It's actually closer in adaptation to the original novella. I was telling my Discord that. Yeah, it's Who Goes There from 1938. It's basically novella that The Thing is based on. But you have to watch Clue also.
Okay, Clue, The Thing.
Yeah.
Wait. So Clue is like a mystery. Is The Thing?
It's like really like you've played the game, right? Clue.
Yeah, I love the game.
It's basically like a mystery.
I love the board game.
It's literally based off the game, so like it follows kind of that. Basically, it's a comedy.
But is The Thing scary?
It's body horror. I'm saying like you don't have to watch it. I could do a watch party again because I did a watch party of Clue a while back, but like you don't have to watch The Thing. Trey, bad boy, you don't have to watch it. But you did say you were going to watch The Fly, so I'm interested. Like
I know, I will watch The Fly. You know what? I will watch The Fly sometime this week during the day.
Oh, Tucker and Dale versus Evil. That's good. Like Tucker and Dale versus Evil spoofs slasher movies.
I'm getting so hot.
We'll start wrapping it up. Maybe like we'll start wrapping it up because I didn't have a lot. We'll go over real fast like the Venom like box office and the fact that Joker 2 is getting pulled from theaters. But Tucker and Dale versus Evil spoofs slasher movies.
Oh,
like it's a comedy, but it spoofs slasher movies.
Okay.
So I think you'll like it. It's not like a scary movie. It's more comedy. Basically.
Is it like those oh my gosh, the ones that make fun of like the Scream movies?
Not really in terms of like that type of spoofing, but it kind of like flips the script of slasher movies. If that makes sense. I don't want to say too much without giving anything
Okay.
away. Basically, it's not like spoofing like Scary Movie, but it flips the script, basically. Okay. But it's a comedy, and I love it. My mom, who's, I don't want to say she's hard to please when it comes to comedy, but she was laughing her ass off watching this movie. So my mom,
I can't watch Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead? You can't watch that? Oh, it's because it's a zombie movie.
It's a zombie.
Have you seen
movie.
Hot Fuzz? Have you seen Hot Fuzz? Hot Fuzz. That's that's another Simon Pegg, Nick Frost movie. And technically that trilogy. You might like that. That's a comedy. It's not a horror movie, it's a comedy. But it's like it kind of spoofs.
I like Simon Pegg.
Yeah, it kind of like, I don't know if you've heard of a British show called Midsummer Murders, but it kind of spoofs that in a way. Okay. So, but it's a comedy. It's a comedy.
Wiley Day's like, Steph, why are you watching all these new crap movies when there are so many great old movies you haven't seen? I know.
So, but anyway, yeah. So again, like, so I'm actually recommending comedies to you. Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
I will watch Hot Fuzz. I can't watch Shaun of the Dead. Like, The Walking Dead is the only zombie thing that I can watch. I kind of like trained myself to not be scared of it. But I have an irrational fear of zombies. Like, I can't even watch the movies.
Okay, yeah. Don't really bother with that World's End. It's meh. I would agree with Disbrew, but Hot Fuzz is, I think, the best of the three. I agree with Gravy. It's the best of the three movies.
I think it's because like my brother, he used to be a biter. Like he would bite. Yeah, he would bite. He was a biter. So like when I was little, I can still like see it and hear it in my mind. Like he would just be like before he would bite. He would go like he would get angry. I don't know why. My brother was a biter, and like my parents hated it. Like they tried to like control it, like they couldn't. He would bite everyone, and so he would bite like me and my other brother. He was a biter, and I'm wondering if that's why I don't like zombies.
Maybe. Like Disbrew also points out that where is it that I'm not sure being scared of zombies is irrational. Yeah, like most rational people would be scared of zombies.
Well, because like our zombies aren't real. That's why I say like it's an irrational fear, because it's not like they're outside my front door right now, you know? Yeah. But I wonder if that's why I can't watch zombie movies, is because my brother. I'm texting him right now. I'm like, hey, this is why Now I think I figured it out. Where's my group chat?
Yeah.
My group chat.
I've seen Cabin in the Woods. That's another one that I would say is more of a dark comedy. And it was marketed like a horror movie, but it's more of a dark comedy. I think that's what kind of killed it at the theater, because people went in thinking it was a scary movie, and it's completely different.
Was Cabin in the Woods comedy. The movie with the drinking water?
No, you think about Cabin in the Woods. No, you think about
remember when the girl's like in the bathtub and she starts shaving and she shaves her skin off?
I know. Oh, what is it? Cabin Fever? That's Cabin Fever.
Oh, okay.
I was like, but Cabin in the Woods has Chris Hemsworth in it, and it's basically a dark comedy about scary movies, basically. So it's like, it also flips the script on scary movies. But that's what you're thinking about, Cabin Fever, and there's like a sequel to that. Yeah,
that Cabin Fever freaked my shit out. I wouldn't drink bottled water for like a month after that.
Yeah, just for it's like Cabin in the Woods is like two movies in one, basically, and the marketing made it seem like it was just one type of movie. So it kind of hurt it at the box office, but really, it's a flip the script kind of movie overall.
Okay.
But yeah, so real fast, and you'll get a kick out of this chat. Like I said, I wouldn't say necessarily that it's going necessarily to overtake Joker, but just in the opening weekend alone for Venom 3, aka Venom: The Last Dance, it is basically tracking to overtake Joker 2. Just in the first weekend. It's just in the first weekend. It's tracking to overtake Joker 2. And Joker 2 was out for a few weeks and like barely made it to like at the point it got to, and Venom has made it to almost nearly that point in one weekend.
Venom. I'm not gonna
So
lie,
Venom
I
Last
like the
Dance,
Eminem song. Venom.
it's opening 52 million. Basically, that's domestically. And globally, it's tracking to earn 52 million. Now, basically, as of this writing, we don't know. I mean, it could be more than this by the end of the weekend, right? But right now, it's like tracking this. And globally, right now, it's tracking. Overseas is a different matter, where The Last Dance is expected to come in ahead of expectations with 128 million for a global start of 180 million. All right, basically global start of 180 million for Venom 3, for Venom Last Dance. Okay. So Venom 3, like I said, is tracking to overtake Joker 2 just in the first weekend. And by that second weekend, I believe it is going to overtake Joker 2. But speaking of Joker 2, after only a few weeks, where is the article? It is set to lose, Warner Brothers, 150 million to 200 million in theatrical run after bombing at the box office. It earned, so basically, domestically, Venom 3 out-earned Joker 2, as it grossed 51.5 million domestically and 165 million globally after 2 weeks of release. Basically, so it bombed at the box office, and it's set to leave the big screen already. It's ending its theatrical run already and going to streaming. It did not even break even.
No, it won't break even. Like it's gonna lose so much money, and it's gonna be like Shazam 2. Shazam 2, I don't even think lasted a month in theaters. Did it last? It was like less than a month in theaters.
Yeah, it was about less than a month. I think it was a bit longer than this.
No, I swear it was less than a month.
No, I'm saying it's like this is only 2 weeks. This is only roughly 2 weeks or so for Joker 2, or a few weeks for Joker 2. I think Shazam lasted just a bit longer, but it wasn't a month. It was just a bit longer than Joker 2 in theaters.
Borderlands was 2 weeks. That's right.
Yeah.
Borderlands was 2 weeks. That's just embarrassing. But I think that they're trying to get more people to spend money on it, because when it goes to streaming, it's not for free. You have to pay like $25 to watch it. So they're trying to get that audience that doesn't want to go to the theaters, that wants to is waiting for it to be on streaming. So hopefully they'll, make more money with it being on streaming, but I still don't think that they're going to make a lot, even with it being on streaming.
Even with it being on streaming, it will make some money. I'm not not a lot. It will make some money because I think some people were waiting for it to come to streaming to watch it.
Yeah.
However, I don't see them plunking down the money right away to rent it, because it's not going to be exactly cheap to rent it. I think they're going to wait. So
I think it's like $20 to rent.
Yeah,
something like that. 25 to rent. I don't remember. Hold on. I actually, let me look it up. Hang on.
And there's a site that Trey and I use to watch special copies. So by the time it does come to streaming, there will be a way to watch it for free on streaming quality and not have to pay for it. And if people are going to do that, they're going to do that. So $20 just to rent is insane. That I remember, I can't say this without sounding like a old person, but I remember a time basically when $20 you bought the thing. For $20 you bought it, you owned it.
Yeah, so it'll probably be, if it goes to right now, Transformers 1 is available to rent or buy. So you can rent it for $20 or pay $5 more to buy it. Right?
Yeah.
Available to rent or buy. Same thing. The Wild Robot. The Wild Robot is already on Prime Video. To rent it, it's $25, and to buy it, it's $30. So it's at that point, it's like, I'm just gonna wait for it to, have a Blu-ray release, because I'm not gonna pay $30 for it to be on, for me to watch it at home. On Prime Video. No, thank you.
Yeah, the only movie I plunked down the 25 for was The Fall Guy. But that's because I actually liked the movie. I saw it in theaters, and I was like, you know what? I'm willing to spend the money for this movie to have my own copy of it. Basically,
Dude, we are seriously. I did the same thing. I bought the Fall Guy on Prime Video.
Yeah,
So
I'm saying, like, I
loved it.
Yeah,
I
I love that movie, and I was willing to, like, you know what? I'll spend this money to have it, like, so it's like in my library on Amazon Prime.
Deadpool Wolverine. It's available to rent or buy. Rent for $25, buy for $30. So I think that that's the same thing that's going to be with Joker 2. Joker 2 is going to go onto streaming, and it's going to be available to rent for $25 or to buy for $30. So they're just trying to make more money from people who want to watch it from the comfort of their home. Yeah. But with all of the bad press surrounding Joker 2, I seriously doubt that they're going to spend $25 to watch it.
Saying that people walked out during the movie. Like this guy was like waiting to for his show time, basically, the ticket he bought. So but he was commenting on seeing people walk out of the theater house for Joker 2, knowing that the movie wasn't even close to being over. And he's like, it can't be that bad, right? And then next, it cuts, and the next thing he's walking out of the theater house, and he don't see it, it's shit. Basically. That was the word of mouth going around for Joker 2. I know you saw it, and you said you were disappointed. I saw it, and even though I basically we kind of tricked the chat into thinking I liked it, it was shit.
Oh, it was garbage. Such garbage.
I'm like, again, I would not have minded the musical aspect if it had been all in their head, but they were breaking out into song at the most random places in the movie, which took me completely out of being invested in anything that would even be remotely interested in what was going on. To the point where it's and then the fuck you ending, basically. So I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. That's money wasted.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah. I wouldn't watch if they paid me $25. Yeah, so. But there it is. I it's I just again and Terrifier 3, people were walking out of that movie because they did not have any concept of what the movie was actually going.
They're walking out of that movie because of the gore, aren't they?
Yeah, I know, but because of the gore, basically, not because necessarily the movie. It's like walking out of Joker 2, but that's why they're walking out of Terrifier 3. But even Terrifier 3 was tracking better than Joker 2. Terrifier 3 was tracking better in terms of box office than Joker 2. Venom: The Last Dance is tracking better than Joker 2. And you have Terrifier 4 already planned. So basically you have a quadrilogy, basically, of Terrifier movies now. Whereas Joker is basically should have been a one and done. And now is definitely a one and done. And even then it's I can't really go back and watch the first one because in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, well, you have the director coming out and saying, well, Arthur Fleck was never the Joker. Then why the fuck did you call it Joker?
To pull people in.
I know, I'm saying it's that pisses me off, basically. You call the movie Joker, you set it up as an origin story, but then you're well, he was never the Joker. Well, fuck you. Basically. That's what I have to say to that. So, but there it is. It should have been one and done.
I had no idea they're making another Kingsman movie. Kingsman, The Blue Blood.
Now, see, those are actually movies that are worth basically watching for various reasons.
Production right now.
Yeah.
You know what? When we end this, I might go watch the first Kingsman movie.
I've watched.
I love
X today and the second Conjuring movie, so I might watch the Kingsman between now and Halloween too. But that's a movie that's coming out where it's oh my god. I'm actually, my interest is piqued. Now, will they pull it off? I don't know. Of course, they do butt stuff in the first one.
They do butt stuff in the first one. Yep.
It's you kink shaming, Mike? You kink shaming?
No shame.
Anyway. Oh, and I told Greg to watch The Frighteners. Have you seen The Frighteners?
No.
Do you like Michael J. Fox?
Yeah.
As an actor? He's in it. It's a mid-90s film, and it's an interesting plot. It's a fun movie. It's a fun movie. It's actually by Peter Jackson. The Frighteners. I don't think many people know that.
Is it scary?
Not okay. Okay, first off, I'm the worst one to ask in terms of is it scary, because my threshold.
Is it scary for me?
It shouldn't be. Let's put it that way. It's not
Because
like
I
scary.
can't keep in mind. I can't even watch Shaun of the Dead, dude. That the other one, that zombie movie that's kind of like Twilight Zombie.
No.
That's
What?
like Twilight Zombie. What is
Yeah.
it? Do you know what I'm talking about? Twilight Zombie movie where like there's the
Are you talking about Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies or something?
No. There's a Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies movies.
Yeah.
No, it's like the Twilight Zombie movie where like the girl
is it
Warm
Dead
Bodies.
Warm
Warm
Bodies.
Bodies.
Okay, Warm
I
Bodies.
can't even watch Warm Bodies.
Holy shit! That's not even scary. Never mind. But okay, like I said, I'm the worst person to ask if it's scary. But I'm telling you, shut up, Mike. Come on, it's not scary. It's not.
Keep in
scary.
mind, I
Okay,
can't.
I'll give you a
Warm
little bit
Bodies.
of an idea of the plot. Right?
Should
Michael
I
J.
watch
Fox-
it during the day?
For your threshold of horror films, yes. The fact that you can't even watch Warm Bodies, I'm like, to me, The Frighteners is not scary, but for your threshold, yes, watch it during the day. But Michael J. Fox can see ghosts.
Oh,
right.
okay.
Okay.
Cool. Bring us
Okay.
spooky buddy. What's
Mike,
a
I
spooky buddy?
revealed while talking about The Exorcist with Orange Chats on one of the single streams that my mom let me rent and watch Scream when I was 13. So I have been literally desensitized since my early teens, even before that. So I'm like, my threshold, like Steph's threshold is here. My threshold is here. So I'm like, it's ways away.
Mad Master Porky said Steph gets scared of the SpongeBob episode, The Graveyard Shift. I need a scary movie buddy. I need to watch these with somebody.
So if I ever come, like, you know, where I ever get a chance to come visit you, yes, I will be the one where it's like, okay, am I serious about what? The fact like my threshold is so high?
No.
I'm just like, what? What am I?
Am I scared of Chucky? Okay, I've actually seen Chucky. I saw it for the first time last year, and I was scared of Chucky. And when I watched it, I kind of watched it like this, and it made me jump a few times. But yeah,
It's well, Child's Play is the reason why I will not have any life-size dolls anywhere near me. So I will say that I will not have any life-size dolls near me. I will punt the little fuckers out of my house.
Casper is not scary, dude. Devin Sawa had so many girls in a chokehold back in the day with that Casper role. Can I keep you?
That was like short of saying "choke me, daddy." That was like Devin Sawa. Choke me harder, daddy.
Can I keep you? Seriously, come on, Mara.
Yeah,
You can't tell me. You can't tell me that when you saw that.
No,
I
but the way you described it, I was like, "Choke me harder." That's like literally what like made me think of that.
Can I keep you? Like, come on. I'm waiting. Some guy just needs to whisper that in my ear, and I'm just like, yes. Yes. Yep. You're the one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh my god, why do you hate her, Epic Mike?
What is Leprechaun in the Hood? What's that?
Oh, that movie's just bad. You heard of the Leprechaun movies with Warwick Davis?
No.
It's one of Jennifer Aniston's early roles.
Okay.
Leprechaun.
Okay. I know what you're talking about.
But
There's
Warwick
a
Davis
Leprechaun in
plays
the
the
Hood.
Leprechaun. Yeah, that's one of the movies in the series, and it's just bad. But there is a funny as fuck line, and it's like a friend with a weed is a friend indeed. It's just objectively bad.
So do I need to pop an edible before I watch that movie?
Yeah, you probably should.
Right.
You probably should. Pop it.
What is Death Toilet?
What the hell, Gravy?
What is Death? I'm gonna laugh if Mara's already seen it.
Actually, I mean, I've not seen that one. I'm like, what the hell kind of movie is that? I've seen, oh, what is it? Ghoulies, or one of the Ghoulies movies where it's like one of the creatures is coming out of a toilet.
I don't know.
Anyway, CHUD stands for Cannibalistic Humanoid Underground Dwellers.
Oh.
Oh yeah, there's a movie about a tire that kills people. There's
Stop
literally
it.
a movie about a tire that kills. I'm being deadly serious.
Stop it.
It's a tire. It's called Rubber, and it's tire that kills people.
Stop it. I would probably be scared of it.
I'm not kidding. Yes, it's called Rubber, and it kills people.
I wouldn't drive my car for a week. That's why I love
she's definitely not the type to watch any of the Saw movies.
I've seen the first one. I've seen the first Saw movie.
It becomes like torture porn for a chunk of them.
I've seen the very first one.
The first one is good. It should have been a one and done. The sequel was maybe the direct sequel was good, but then, like I said, it becomes torture porn.
Mm. Torture porn.
Anyway,
I saw Saw.
why this is my friend was a zombie in Chud too. That's cool. My English teacher was their part was cut, but she and her husband got to play walking zombies in Day of the Dead, or no, Dawn of the Dead, the original Dawn of the Dead. They really got a chance to be like walking zombies that you see going around the mall or something like that. But anyway, so that's pretty much all I had. I figured like most of this would be shooting the shit.
Mike said I watched the first 30 minutes of Terrifier 3 and it scared the shit out of me. I will not watch it. I haven't watched any Terrifier movie.
Literally, like,
shockingly.
It's gore porn, pretty much. It's the first one has like no plot whatsoever. The second one had an attempt at a plot. And I think the third one is objectively the best one with the plot. But it's basically yay, Christmas. Sort of. I still need to watch it.
That's Terrifier 3 Christmas?
Yeah, because you ever saw the promotional for it where he's dressed as Santa Claus?
Yeah, so it's like a
yeah. It's more Christmas. It's more Christmas. It's like takes place after. Oh my god. She's aw, the Terrifier 3. Like meanwhile, it's a movie about like Art the Clown butchering people. Aw, Christmas.
Steph should watch The Exorcist. No, I stay away from movies like that. I don't want to invite that evil into my house. No, thank you. I've seen Tremors. I love the Tremors movies. All of them. I love all of them. Yeah, I love all of them.
Santa's Sleigh. Yeah, there's a movie called Santa's Sleigh. There's Silent Night, Deadly Night.
I haven't seen that one.
It's interesting. But anyway, would you watch Eight-Legged Freaks?
I've seen Eight-Legged Freaks. Yeah, my brother had that movie, and I watched it. I've seen that one. I don't mind that one. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind that.
Black Christmas. Are you talking about the original or one of the two remakes? Ooh, Violent Night. But I mean, that's not a scary movie. That's one where David Harbour plays Santa Claus, and it's like Die Hard meets Home Alone. Have you seen Violent Night with David Harbour? You kind of need to watch it. It's not a scary movie. It's you've seen.
Isn't it like an action movie?
Yeah, it's more like it's like Die Hard meets Home Alone. So
meets Home Alone.
Well, like it'll make sense if you watch the movie.
Okay.
It'll make sense if you watch the movie.
Violent Night.
Krampus is more of a dark comedy, in my opinion. Paddington Bear.
I would watch Paddington Bear.
Have you seen The Lost Boys?
And there's going to be a new Paddington Bear coming out.
Yeah, it's like a third one or something like that. I saw a teaser for it.
Watch The Lost Boys. I've seen The Lost Boys. I watched it last Halloween. I need to watch more Halloween-y type movies.
Trick or Treat. Have you seen that one from 2008? It's an anthology type movie. It's an anthology type movie. I just like to watch party of that.
My Halloween movies are like oh my gosh, what is it called? Why can't I remember what it's called? The Sanderson sisters.
Oh, Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus, Nightmare Before Christmas.
We just talked about Nightmare Before Christmas.
Huh?
So, yeah. We just talked about. I was on a stream where we just talked about The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, I like those. Those are my Halloween movies. And The Good Witch. Or I'm sorry, not The Good Witch, The Worst Witch. That's such an old movie.
Yeah.
An old Tim Curry movie. And it's very much like Harry Potter-esque. And my cousin told me about it, and I watched it, and I freaking loved it. It's got terrible visuals, but it's very much like Harry Potter. But I love it. It's such an old movie, but I love it. It's called The Worst Witch. If you haven't seen it.
Ernest Scared Stupid. That's a classic. But
I've never seen any Ernest movies.
Yeah, Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. Let's see.
What's Blackula? What's Blackula?
Blackula? You never heard of Blackula? Hold on.
I'm gonna Google it.
Yeah, Google it. It's a movie. Blackula. It's like what? 70s?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No way. So we were gonna watch I think it was it Bram Stoker's? Which Dracula movie? Hold on.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of Dracula films. There's Hammer Horror Dracula films. There's Bram Stoker's Dracula by Francis Ford Coppola, Blackula.
Yeah, I think it has Keanu Reeves and Winona Ryder in it. Yeah.
Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Okay, we were gonna watch that we started watching it over at Gary's house, and then we stopped. It was gonna be my first time watching that movie. So I need to maybe I'll put that in.
Yeah,
is that scary? It had Keanu Reeves in it, so I was like, okay, it can't be too scary.
It's based on the novel, so if you know the novel, then you kind of know the plot. So it's not. I wouldn't say it's scary. It's not like me personally. It's not really scary.
I don't know the novel, so
you're killing me, Steph. But anyway, it's not really scary. It's not the novel. The novel's like basically it's like the way Bram Stoker wrote it, it's like a series of accounts. Basically, like Last Voyage of the Demeter was based on like the diary of the captain, basically like the log, the captain's log for that. That's literally how like Stoker wrote Dracula. It was like accounts, basically like diary entries and things like that. So it wasn't really like a plot necessarily. It has Anthony Hopkins in it as Van Helsing. Keanu Reeves, I think, is like the weakest part of that movie. But Gary Oldman's really good as Dracula.
His British accent.
Yeah, like I say, this weakest part. He's. Yeah,
Dude, I was like, okay, I'm doing it. I'm watching. I'm gonna finish watching that. Then I've seen Hugh Jackman Van Helsing movie.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it. That wasn't bad.
But I have a T-shirt that says "You're killing me, Smalls." I need to kind of wear it around Steph. You're killing me, Smalls. But anyway, we're going to wrap it up here. Like I said, like this was like basically we did have some stuff to talk about because there was a little bit of pop culture news to discuss. But I really just wanted this to be relaxing, shoot the shit kind of a thing. In our like costumes because Halloween is coming up. But next week it'll be on Steph's channel.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a Halloween stream. And I'll wear a different costume. I didn't get the memo that we're supposed to dress sexy today, so.
Well, okay. I can't say this without throwing you under the bus, but you knew.
No, stop it!
You knew my costume going into this.
I totally knew her costume.
I know. So she's like Office Space. I like did you get the memo?
I didn't get the memo.
I didn't get the memo. Did you get that memo?
And am I adorable? But I'm a cute panda. Yeah. So,
But
I'm
anyway,
gonna be doing a Halloween
Yeah.
stream, and I'll probably dress up in something different on that day. So.
my Halloween stream will essentially be Wednesday because, like I said, I'm not going to be able to stream Thursday since I'm planning on going trick or treating with my niece. So I'll be gone for the evening. And what am I supposed to be? JO Studios. I'm supposed to be this. That's who I am. So if you know that, you know who I am. But yeah, so like mine will be like you never seen Fifth Element? Fifth Element? With
Yeah, it's from the Fifth Element.
Yeah. So. Nope. Okay, you need to watch Fifth Element. It's
Oh my
it's
goodness.
an experience. It's an experience, JO Studios. It's an experience.
Yeah, it's really good.
Okay. Shut up, last toxic male. Fifth Element. Soul says like even Steph saw Fifth Element. But anyway, so yeah, so this is from Fifth Element. This is a character from Fifth Element, Lilo Dallas. Well, Lilo, and there's a reason why. Like, sorry, I'm like Lilu, but there's a reason why. I started saying something else, but there's a reason why. I have this thing, and if you watch the movie, you'll understand why the multipass thing is making it a thing. But anyway, so yeah, so next week it'll be on Steph's channel. She'll have a Halloween stream this week. My Halloween stream will basically be Wednesday, as I said. So basically, I'll be streaming Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, taking Thursday off because of Halloween, since I'll be with my niece. But I will be playing more Resident Evil 8. I won't necessarily be dressed up in the costume necessarily on Wednesday, but I'll be wearing like a wig, black lipstick, and things like that. Kind of dressed up-esque for Halloween on Wednesday when I play Resident Evil 8. Have you played Village, Steph?
No, do I need to play Village?
It's kind of has a gothic horror atmosphere.
Is that the one with Mother?
Yeah, Lady D. Like, Lady Choke Me Harder D.
Ooh. I'm gonna go with her for Halloween.
There you go.
I don't know. We'll see.
But yeah, it has like Lady Dimitrescu, or however it's pronounced, but Lady D. You fight 4 bosses and then the final boss, and it's like a gothic horror atmosphere, and it picks up not long after the events of Resident Evil 7. So you're playing as Ethan again. So you played Resident Evil 7. I remember that. So you're playing as Ethan again.
Oh, okay. You know what was really funny was that I didn't know the name. Remember when I was playing Resident Evil, I had no idea that my character's name was Ethan. You came in to help me, and I was like, "Who's Ethan?" You're like,
I know. I remember that. I was like, "That's like literally was the you're killing me smallest moment." I'm like, I'm guiding her. Go here. Look at your map. Look at your map. Go here. Because I'm like shouting through my screen till finally, like you either call me or I call you, and I'm like, "Bitch, bring up your map. Go here." I was like shouting through the screen.
And I was like, "Who's Ethan?" You're like, "You are Ethan.
You're Ethan."
Like, oh, I'm Ethan.
And she's like, and you bring up the map, and I'm like, where am I? And I'm like, you see that little arrow there? Just like, that's you. That tells you where you are on the map. So
yeah.
So
no
Steph
sense of
is
direction.
So Steph is a little bit more interesting when it comes to maps than me.
I'm terrible. I have no sense of direction in video games. No, none. No, you can give me a map and I will still get lost. I get lost on my island in Animal Crossing. Okay.
Yeah, because you brought up the map and I'm telling you, okay, go to the main hall. Where's the main hall? Where it says main hall. Where it says main hall.
I have no sense of direction in a video game.
If I had alcohol with me at that point, I would have been downing it, trying to help her in this game.
I'm so awful.
But somehow she survived.
I did.
And Village takes place not long after 7. So you're playing Ethan again.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Disparu knows it better than anyone else at this point because they've been playing back rooms, and she ends up somewhere a ways away from him. He's like,
well, this time, so this past time we played Lethal Company, and like I didn't have a flashlight, or my flashlight would die. I couldn't retrace my steps back, or even when I did have a flashlight, I couldn't retrace my steps back. Like, I got so lost.
I was lurking the one time, and I loved how you jumped over the railing and like died by falling down.
Oh.
And Disparu was like, "Did you actually just jump off?" and you're like, you were silent because and he comes over like he was like.
Here's the thing.
Anyway.
Okay, I thought that was the path.
Yeah.
Because the railing was gone. So I assumed that because the railing was gone, that was a path.
You just walked off. And you're like, did you seriously just do that?
I didn't do it just once, though. What's sad is that I did it twice.
Just for you, pretty much carried her the entire time.
Oh yeah, he did. 100% he did.
What I didn't say in the chat was like there is a mod you can get where you can have like more than like 3 or 4 players, whatever the max is of the normal game. There's a mod you can get where you can have like more than that. So I was playing with my siblings and my one brother's friends, and like where you ring the bell to like sell your stuff and you're waiting for the tentacled creature to come out. Well, one of his friends kept ringing the bell. Like just like ding, 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 ding. So one of the other friends killed him right there. Just like whacked him on the back of the head, killed him, and like put his body on the counter to sell.
I'm trying to find. Hold on. I'm trying to find the part in our stream where I just watch him die. I'm trying to find it. He like a bug lands on his face. And
oh, that part where you just stand there and like he's like a little Lethal Company equivalent of a face hugger on him, and you just stand there and watch him.
And so he's like, "Oh no!" his voice is muffled too because he's got a big bug on his face, and I just stand there and watch him die. Because I wanted to take his body back.
It's like, ooh, I can sell you.
I'm trying to, yeah. And then I got lost and I ended up dying anyways. So.
That part I saw too, because he was like, it's like you could have tried to get it off me.
Yeah. He got so you could have tried to get it off me. I was like, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to get it off you? I think it was like towards the end. I probably won't be able to find it before we end the stream, but it was so funny.
So
he had a bug on his face. It was a big bug. I don't know if I can find it. Oh, here it is.
Okay, here it is, chat. I saw this part too. So I was like kind of lurking for a little bit. I was in the chat, but I was like lurking a little bit.
You're so... Oh my god! I don't know how to do it. I'm trying. Yep, can't help. I'm. Oh my god!
It's like, ooh. You look down like, ooh.
You need to get away if you can't save me. It'll eat you. It dropped from the pissing ceiling. I told you you needed to get away.
He's like, save me, help me.
You can't save me.
Oh my god. Yep, can't help.
Help me!
Help me!
Help me! Help me!
I'm trying. Yep, can't help. I'm. Oh my god! And then I just completely get distracted.
I know, I love that part. You're just like, ooh.
I just get distracted and start picking up his stuff. Help! He's dying, and I'm already looting him. Help me!
You were literally like the player when like the teammates that like when in Call of Duty or whatever who loots the other teammate's shit when he or she dies and it goes, I don't know I don't know what happened to it.
I'm trying. Help me! He's like, I don't know. Look at him.
Oh my god, chat! That was an experience watching that stream. It's an experience playing that game, but that was an experience watching that stream because it was like a squirrel trying to lead a goldfish.
I couldn't do it. Eventually, it was so funny because like I noticed, so I didn't know how to help him, but then like I noticed that his stuff was on the ground, so I was just like, I can't help him. I gotta loot him.
It was literally like, well, I tried. You just pick the stuff up.
I can't do anything about it. I gotta loot it.
But anyway, yeah. So check out Steph's streams this week. Like she's gonna do a Halloween one, and next week Talk Nerdy to Us will be on her channel. And then I'll be streaming Monday through Wednesday at least, playing some more Resident Evil Village. I will be dressed up of sorts on Wednesday evening because Halloween I'll be unavailable. So, and then I'll be doing a watch party of Crown Jewel, the wrestling event, on my Discord. A watch party of the replay, since I can't watch it when it's live, since it's an early showing. Yeah, can't help you. Will help myself to your loot, pretty much. Yeah.
I ended up dying anyways, so we lost it all.
Sub to Steph on YouTube. She has a Kick. She has a Twitch. I stream my gaming streams on Kick and Twitch, and my YouTube streams generally are Worldwide Weird and Top 10 lists, as well as the 1s and 2s. We talked about Insidious 1 and 2 this past month, and I had to come up with the 1s and 2s for next month. So, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, have a good rest of your day or evening wherever you are in the world, and we will see you all, at least like both of us, next week for Talk Nerdy to Us on Steph's channel. Peace.
My channel.
Yep.
Bye.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.